Alyssa, and today I am here with another fish video. So I kind of had this like mishap with this company with a snail. And I know this is like a weird way to start the video, but basically I ordered a snail from a company, it arrived dead, so I just told them that it arrived dead, but I was never told that they were sending me another one, so I went to another website and I bought another snail, so now I have two nearite snails. And I just have a fear of them like reproducing together in one tank, and I don't want to have 1,000 snails everywhere, and apparently nearite snails can't reproduce in fresh water if they're by themselves, so I got another tank. I just decided, why not get another Betta fish? I decided to try out a different brand. I have the Fluval Spec 5 gallon and I love it. I've had no problems with it so far and I think it's a really nice tank. But I went to PetSmart and I found this top fin, which is what a lot of betta fish owners, not experienced owners, but always buy, and it's a 5.5 gallon, so it's bigger than my Fluval Spec. And I just wanted to basically see how it is compared to the Fluval Spec that I have. And this is a starter kit, so this whole kit was like $50 and it has a bunch of different things included inside of it, and my Fluval Spec was like $80 and it didn't come with anything except for the tank itself. So I guess this is just a cheaper alternative to a nicer tank, and I just wanted to see how nice it was. And I guess I'll just show you guys everything that I got as well, like a little haul like I did last time. So I did go ahead and buy the fish because the fish I found was beautiful. I got a male just because the females are just really boring to me. So he's like white with red and blue in him. I will show you him at the end. I will not show you what he looks like now. But I got 2 bags of aquarium gravel just because I wasn't sure if one bag would fill the bottom. I'm pretty sure it will, but just in case, I got 2. And this time I got brown gravel instead of black because I wanted to change it up a little bit, and I think that aquariums with brown gravel is really pretty. Then I got 2 of these Natural Geographic small silk plants because these are the only silk plants that they literally sold at PetSmart, which was really disappointing. But I just got 2 green ones. They did have a purple one, but I didn't want to have a purple theme in this, so these are the only silk plants that I could find at PetSmart for right now, and then I might buy some more online. Then for decorations, I got this little treasure chest right here, and like this just little log that has a heart in it, so he can like swim through it, because I have the octopus for Klaus, which is my other betta fish, and he likes to sleep underneath the octopus, so it would be a nice dark place for him to sleep in. And I thought these would go cute together. And then since I got a top fin aquarium, I wanted to go ahead and get the top fin betta tank heater just to see how it is. I don't know if I'll like it and if I'll keep it in there, because right now I'm using the, I think, high door heater in my Fluval Spec, and that heater works really great because I can turn it to what temperature I like. But apparently this one, it just automatically presets the temperature to 77 degrees, which is a pretty good temperature for betta fish. So it just hooks onto the glass and you just submerge it and it heats. Alright, let's go ahead and open up this tank and see what it looks like. I've never watched a video on what this tank looks like. Try to ignore all the mess everywhere. I'm trying to like keep everything clean. So when I do put the fish up, everything's clean. So the stuff that was on my dresser is now everywhere else, but ignore that. We're just gonna not use scissors because I don't own any. And I'm also just letting you guys know I'm seeing Infinity War in like T-2 hours, so my life is about to be shook, so I just gotta get a little happy before I go and see Infinity War, just letting you know. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, like I was saying before, I totally forgot to say, is that since I got 2 snails, I now have a snail in this box right here that I have not put in my other tank because I don't want them to reproduce. Yeah, I have a snail ready to go inside of a tank. So I also have like algae wafers and all that stuff because obviously there's not going to be an algae in a brand new tank. So this first part right here is a plug-in. I'm assuming it's probably to the light because there is a on and off switch. It's literally stuck by like this weird glue. It's stuck so hard onto the glass that the box literally ripped. So and now there's like tape glue on the tank that I have to clean off now. Here's a little bottle. I believe it's for like water testing or something like that, but I already have like the API master test thing. Oh, I liked this because it came with a thermometer, and for some reason PetSmart doesn't sell any good thermometers, so hopefully this one works pretty good. It's just a normal thermometer. And we have the whole filter right here, And there's instructions, which I will definitely have to read because I'm not like a huge fish person. I don't know like many stuff about like different types of filters and everything. All right, here's the huge honkin' filter that would basically just like sit on the side of the tank, which is very obnoxious looking, and it doesn't look as nice as a fluval spec, but you're getting what you pay for as well, so it's not that big of a deal. And then it comes with the cartridges right here for the filter cartridges. And then it comes with a net, which is cool because it's a starter kit, so some people like to have nets. I already own a net, but it's nice to have two. This one's actually bigger than the other one that I have. This one's a pretty nice net too. It's a nice and sturdy one, and it's black, so I like that. And then here we have the hood, which is what has the light in it. So basically, when you want to feed the fish, you just flip that up and you can feed the fish, which I think is really nice actually. The fluval spec is just like a plastic lid that you just pull on and off. It's not like a hood like this. And then the lights, I believe, are right here. So I don't know how nice the lights are going to be. And it doesn't have a night mode like my fluval spec has. But we shall see how nice the light is in this. And it just sits on like that. Then the filter goes where this little hole is right here, and then you have everything plugged in. For some reason, it looks smaller than my 5-gallon, even though this is a 5.5-gallon tank, so that's a bit strange. So I'm just going to read the instructions on how to put this filter together, and then I'll get back to you guys. So I rinsed out this tank with some vinegar and water, and I rinsed it out really well, scrubbed it, make sure all the gross things was out of the tank, and then I rinsed off the gravel, which I learned this trick from another YouTuber. I forgot what his name was. I think it's like Paul or something. You just cut the top and then you cut some holes in the bottom, and then you pour the water in, and it basically just like cleans out the gravel, if that makes any sense. So I did that. The gravel is all, I wouldn't say completely clean, but it's been rinsed off. And now I'm just gonna pour in So 1 bag of the 5-pound aquarium top fin gravel fits the 5.5-gallon tank. Really didn't need to buy 2 bags of it, but if I ever need some more, I'll have another bag, so that's completely fine. Now I took all of my decorations and I boiled them, so like all the disgusting stuff hopefully came off. I'm just gonna take them and I'm gonna go ahead and just like decorate my tank before I put the water in. I like to do it before. Right now this is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see. Obviously there's not tons of stuff in it, and that's because I'm gonna buy most of the stuff online. So I'm gonna buy a couple more of these fake plants, and then I might buy some more decorations, and then I'm gonna buy a betta leaf because Klaus really loves his betta leaf. He always lays on it and goes to sleep on it. And then I put the little thermometer inside right here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to go inside or the outside, but it would make more sense to go on the inside, so that's what I'm doing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to siphon half of the water from this tank into this tank because the water is already cycled in this tank, if that makes any sense. Basically, to get the cycling process and everything done faster, you already take cycled water and you put it into the old tank. So basically I'm going to be doing a 50% water change in this tank and adding 50% new water into this tank. Okay, the water is done. I did about 40% of old cycled water into here, and then I did the rest with some conditioned tap water. So I just used this API tap water conditioner. I was told to use the Prime water conditioner, but when I used it, it made like this really gross like white foamy stuff on the top of my water, which I just did not like, so I'm just going to keep using this water conditioner. I also bought a moss ball from PetSmart, so I'm going to put the moss ball in there. And I already have the filter and the heater put in here. Alright, so this is what everything looks like right now. I have the brown gravel, a moss ball, and there's like little bubbles that are forming at the side, which happened with my other tank. They go away eventually. Then I have the 2 plants behind the little cave. Then I have this random wood piece just to kind of cover the filter a little bit that I got from Wish a while back. And then my little treasure chest, and then my heater and my filter are right here. I have not turned them on yet. I know the water comes out of here and the flow might be too strong, so I might need to find a way to make the flow not too strong so my Betta can swim, but I'll see how bad the flow is first. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug the heater and the filter in and see how fast the flow is. So you have to pour water into this to get the water to start going. I was stupid, didn't really think about that part, totally forgot about that. But as you can see, the flow isn't huge. It would definitely interrupt a Betta trying to swim up and grab their food up here. But the flow really isn't horrible. I believe I can like open up and close the flow. So I have it at the lowest flow possible, and it's really not horrible. A way you could probably make it slower is putting like some type of sponge, or maybe I can put like a plant underneath it. So one way that I fixed the flow of this tank, which could help for someone else, is that I took this waterproof tape and I stuck it to the bottom of the filter, and then I just put a couple pieces so the flow is not as strong. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not going so strong where he can actually swim, and the flow is not as strong as it was before. And another way is that I bought a sponge. I have the sponge tucked right there with the top on, and that seemed to help, except it would make bubbles in the water, which I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, but it just kind of bothers me. So the tape seemed to work the best, but if you guys have another option to help the water flow be slower so he could swim better, then just comment down below. Alright, now the last thing to do is to put the hood on and see how the light looks. And the light is on, and I actually really like this light. Here's what it looks like with the light. It's just 3 little bulbs right there. And it's a nice clear light, other than this one that kind of gives off like the blue LED looking light. This one is like a nice natural looking color. So here is what the final of the tank looks like. I'm going to let it cycle, even though it's kind of already have cycled water in it. I'm gonna let it cycle for a couple days, and then I'll put my fish in, which I will show you what my fish looks like. For some reason the thermometer says it's like 90 degrees in the water, and it's definitely not. I know that the water is definitely about 78 degrees, so I'm gonna have to buy a new thermometer. I'm just gonna buy the same one that I have in my other tank online. So here's my fish that's going to go into this tank. Hopefully I can get, maybe I can get a good view of him. This is what he looks like. Says that he's a premium butterfly male betta, which I don't know if that's like legit or not, but he was the most expensive one. So he's white, and then he's got these blue and red fins, and he has blue eyes. Obviously his colors are gonna pop so much more when he's in a nice home, not this little dirty cup. So I'm just going to kind of put him in like a bigger tub like I did with Klaus, and then eventually I'll put him in the tank. So this fish's name is Elijah. So here's Elijah in the new tank. I did put the new snail in here, but then I realized that the zebra snail that I had in this tank, which I had down here, he was actually dead. So I'm never ordering from that company again because they sent me 2 dead snails. So now I just put the healthy and big snail who's been eating. He's right there. I don't know if you guys can see him because the lighting is kind of bad. But he's been eating all the algae, and as you can see I have a lot of it. He's eaten a little bit right there, and I'm going to be redoing this tank after he starts eating most of the algae because I want him to have enough food. But this is Klaus, if you guys don't know. I have a whole video on him, but that's Klaus.